for restaurants, and 80% of them would like to book. If the restaurant is bookable, they would like to book it. And if a restaurant actually has a booking capability versus not having it, they prefer a restaurant where they actually can book because of convenience. So how do the consumers book? Well, of course, a lot of people are still not looking online. So either you look for a restaurant offline or you're sitting in front of your computer. And about 60% of people book when they're actually working. So people are thinking about other things than their jobs during working hours, and 60% book their next restaurant visit, regardless if it's online or offline, during work hours. But since most of them are sitting in front of the computer, they can use the computer to book. And there's two different ways. Either you look for a specific restaurant, or you have some other criteria, such as I need to be at a certain place or a time. I'm looking for tapas, or I want to have Italian food around Oxford Circus, or I want to be out of Munich by 7 o'clock, so I have to have my early dinner before then. What's interesting about your business, the directory companies, are that you're very well positioned to actually cover all of these opportunities. As you transform your businesses offline to online, there's a lot of opportunities for you to take advantage of how the consumers are changing their behavior. Most people are not aware that you can book using a more advanced search. Most people take the same pattern of usage when they move from an offline search to an online search, meaning that you look for a name, a brand name. You browse almost like browsing at a paper catalog. But as soon as you have found out that you can actually use other criteria, like a time or a range or a specific taste, you will start searching for using more advanced searches. And the directive partners that we have with live bookings, we've definitely seen a big improvement in conversion rate and a big improvement in additional traffic if we move from a brand-specific search to a search where you can search for other criteria than only the name. So if you can add fields like type of food or cuisine, if you can add the time when you're actually searching for perishable inventory, it will drive much better user experience, and it will drive a much better result on the bottom line. So as I said, there's a big, strong trend. 60% of consumers want to book when they're in their office. In the US, online bookings are a bit ahead of the European market. Currently, about 2,000 bookings are done per day in the US. If we look at the European market, which is our target market, we've seen a fantastic growth in the past 6 months. Live bookings did more bookings the first quarter of this year than we did during the first 9 months of last year. So we see an explosion in online bookings for restaurants. To further explain how this works, as I said, our biggest challenge is to help the restaurants to take their paper book and move it to an electronic book. And the reasons are obvious. It's really difficult for a restaurant to get better control and improve their service with a paper book. What happens if the paper book gets stolen? In our case, we can help the restaurant by doing this in various phases. So either we sell this ourselves, or we use directory partners to be a lead generator for us and sell these solutions to restaurants as a part of an enhanced listing function. The part of the package that iBookings provide is also to open up the reservations 24/7. And we do that by adding a booking tool, both on their own website, but also through our partner network. So instead of a restaurant only being available to book when the restaurant can pick up the phone, we enable them to take reservations 24 hours a day in many, many different languages. So suddenly the restaurant has a perfect service, in this case about 10 different languages, that is always confirmed in real time. And this booking service is something that we put on the front page or the top pages of the restaurant's own website. As I said before, iBookings is not a consumer brand, so we don't have our own website or destination site. And we've decided to do that because we don't want to be in conflict with either the restaurant trying to build up their own guest database or our partners. So instead, we provide a business model for our partners where the consumers can find this booking service either using a local, national, or international partner. And these partners range from well-known household brands, but also smaller sites that only exist on the web. Our best performing partners are partners that actually are helping the consumer to move their behavior. So, as I said before, directory partners are the best positioned companies to actually take advantage of this strong online trend. And the way we implement these services varies from partner to partner. So, for example, if I take Das Örtlich or GoJello or Gelbe Seiten or Eniro in Sweden, we have used a system where we put a link on the landing page or the search page. So you search for a restaurant and there's a link that says book online. And that takes you to a white label booking service. But we also have other solutions like Gel here, for example, where we actually provide the full landing page. So iBookings provides not only the booking service but also all the content. There's also other solutions. We have a sophisticated API that allows the partner integrate our solutions and build their own search functionalities. I think the best example here might be Salir. But we also have a full reservation guide that actually can be a plug-in, which is totally white labeled, so it can emulate the look and feel of the partner. We also do mobile services. So in this case, it's our partner Last Minute's phone food. That is available, of course, as a branded service also for Yellow Page or directory companies. About 60% of users of these type of phones have used their phone other than calling to search for a restaurant. Which is quite amazing. You have a phone which you can use to call the restaurant, but you actually prefer to use it as a device, as a mobile internet device to search for a restaurant online. We also have a concierge tool which is developed to be used by either hotel concierges, travel agents, but also calling directories. One example there is Eniro 118-118, where if you call and ask for a phone number in Sweden for a restaurant, and this restaurant is bookable, the operator will ask you if they're going to help